Hi, welcome to the Andrew Buckle book review of The Golden Age Wonder Woman Omnibus Volume 5. Finally, it's taken forever to come out. It's been cancelled, named all over the place for ages and ages. Finally got a copy. For some weird reason, it's quite expensive. I bought my copy for about £70 odd, but I've seen listed for 110, 120, 130. It seems to have very expensive pricing, and likewise, Volume 6, which is also listed, seems to be priced about 120 odd pounds. Now this has got about 680 pages. So 680 pages, just come out November 2023, I think. And you can see there all the various covers. And I quite like this format. It's really much nicer. They've gone for sort of all the covers and you can see the style. Now the covers initially were H.G. Peters, but then they changed into Erwin Hansen. So it does change. And you can see there that it's never before reprinted, and that is definitely the case. I mean, quite a few of the ones that have been done before have been reprinted quite a few times, on and off anyway. But these ones, unless I think there's a Wonder Woman, the 1950s one, might have one or two of the stories. I don't know. Don't think that is the case in this. But certainly the stories were slightly different. They did change over time. So let's just go through the book. Now, there is a Volume 6 coming out, hopefully at some point. That's incredibly expensive as well, and also with the Volume 1 of Flash maybe as well. That would be nice. I hope that does happen. So let's hope more Golden Age books are coming out very soon. It'd be really brilliant. I think there's also, well, of course, there's the Batman ones and Superman, but I would love to see like all the Owlman ones, all the Spectre ones. Why haven't they been bringing those out? Robot Man. Be brilliant, wouldn't it? The Golden Age Wonder Woman Omnibus Volume 1. Now, what's the stories? You can see there, it's got details about Erwin Hassan and Harry G. Peters. And of course, the actual writers there, you've got obviously slightly changed from obviously William Moulton Marston. And you can see 1949, I think the 1949, the first stories there. The writer was, what's his name? H.L. Gold. And I think it actually probably varies as well. Some of the writer, Marston was still writing some of them. They just changed, obviously, you got here. It doesn't give a huge amount of information. There's quite a few gaps, obviously, information. It just sort of gives it a bit vague, sort of. But you can see it goes all the way through to 1951. Now, this includes all the stories, obviously, the ones that were in Volume 1, Volume 2, Volume 3 are not included, but all the ones all the way up to Sensation Comics 104. So that's it. 105, I think it went to some other character, like Phantom Strange or something. I think Sensation definitely changed at that point. And you've got a lovely introduction there. And I'm not going to go through all the stories because I haven't read every single one of them. I have been dipping through them this afternoon. I've thoroughly enjoyed reading the ones I've read through. But you can certainly feel a change in the story. The artwork's slightly different. Slight change in the way the story. It's not as weird, I don't think. Well, they're weird in a different way. They're sort of like more romance stories. They really started to kick in. You could feel sort of, oh, will marry me, that sort of thing. Or does he love Wonder Woman? Does he really love Diana Prince? Or so on and so on. That story. And you can see, look at that lovely cover there. I mean, the artwork is just still really first rate. But I always wonder with these ones, I don't know the material they were using. So maybe they haven't obviously got very high quality work to go with, so maybe they're just restoring it really heavily, because it does, in some of the places it looks a bit rough. I mean, you can only do so much. I mean, you can just see there you've got the artwork there. I mean, it's okay, but it's not sharp in the way that if they had the original pages that it would be sharp. But it's still great stories, and again, they were weird. They were truly weird. They had the weirdest of villains. They were nothing like the modern comics, and that's what I love about the Wonder Woman comics. And also, a lot of this, they also included the Wonder Woman ones as well. And that's the trouble with this, because it includes Wonder Woman 35 to 47. Obviously, Sensation Comics 90 to 104. So you've got, but also the Wonder Woman ones seem to be quite short, and I think there were 52 pages. So there must be some stories or whatever that have been left out. So I don't know. No, not the Wonder Woman stories, but I don't know. There must have been other stories as well that just didn't obviously get included in here. They don't mention that, which is a pity. I always wish they would include a bit more detail about the ones that skipped, like Sensation Comics. I have no idea the various characters that were left out. But Wonder Woman did get, there was lots of bondage ones, put it that way, where she's sort of thrown in pits and things all tied up again and again. They repeated that one quite a lot. And also, obviously, the bracelets and things, and there's the invisible plane and all those sort of storylines. And you've got just lots of... I mean, you would not see this in a modern sort of Wonder Woman. You'd be very surprised. And if it was done, it would be done very differently. Well, you got here, inspired by beautiful made from the Paradise, even the writing, just the way it's written is just so of its time. And again, you've got more seeing people, everyone's always roped up and yes. And you got this one, Paradise, the girl who saved Paradise Island. I mean, the covers look absolutely amazing. Sometimes I think the covers actually look really sharp. So maybe they got the original artwork or they got various high quality copies that they can work from for this. So it's pretty good. But sometimes you can definitely see that it doesn't always look brilliant. The actual pages themselves, well, fine, but it's still very readable still. I mean, there's nothing... Wonder Woman's double. I mean, they did a few of those stories where you got Wonder Woman. And also, of course, there's always... Steve always turns up all the time. He's always turning up. Again, people wrapped up again. Like, I think virtually every panel had something like that. Oh, yeah, there she's tied up again. There's no excuse for that. Just put it in. Let's put her in. She's tied up. It was a good old... But it was just really great stories. Astra there, wasn't there? Oh, I love that. There also had lots of these sort of weird ones, invasion stories like with Mars or whatever. A batch of them, mysterious. A giant lens mountain observed. I mean, look at that, the Martians again. Just stunning. Just so plain weird. And also, not... Who would have that now? And that's what I love about it. I think it's just great. And also things like here, from Girl from Yesterday. So I got here. I think that's just lovely. I love the fact on the cover there she's in yellow, inside purple. Why couldn't they be consistent? Why wasn't the colour scheme consistent? I mean, surely within one page they've just only noticed the dress is slightly different. Why go for yellow on the front page but purple inside? Maybe it was just, maybe it sold better, I suppose, maybe. But you got, I mean, rips off that. She's pretty powerful when she was, and the other time she doesn't seem powerful enough to do anything. It's very odd. But look at the covers out there. Again, you can see there. I thought so. Your secret is out, Diana Prince. They just did that lots and times. And look at that lovely paint in the background. Just to really... We definitely know. Yes, Wonder Woman. But I suppose it doesn't say. Really, obviously, very tiny writing. There's no, like, starring Wonder Woman. It's just like 2 new features, Romance Inc. and Dr. Pat. I wonder what they were like. Unfortunately, they don't print them. I'd love to have seen those as well. But still, you can't get everything. And maybe that's another thing that would be nice. The stories, the secondary stories, book, Omnibus, that would be great. Because they are quite often really worth reading as well. The Modern Midas. And I think they did quite a few of those sort of ones as well. Obviously gold and everything. There's Etta Candy there, just flying in. Etta rushes out to spread. I think that character turned up quite a lot as well. But it's just great. I just absolutely love this. And you just got all... Obviously, their welcome daughter, she keeps coming back. Then she's always got that dilemma. Should I, what's her name, with Steve, so I can, then I have to end up being just a plain, normal person, Diana Prince. The problems. Look at that, lovely, telling the story right there. Daily Globe Extra, readers in 20... But this page after page of just great stuff. Wonder Woman makes a daring rescue in a strange mission. I think they're virtually all the strange missions. Then about, that's in Sensation Comics again. I wonder what it says. No, it doesn't say about any of the big 52 pages, because some of these you only get about 3 or 4, 6 pages. That was it for the Wonder Woman story. So obviously there's loads of other characters that turn up in the rest of them. I think Wildcat was in that. Might have been finished by that time. But there were definitely others. But look at some of the artwork. Some of the artwork's just great, isn't it? Look at that. Just very odd, brilliant art. I love it. Wonder Woman, this one, final battle of... And they did occasionally have stories that go over multiple issues as well. They were completely, utterly confusing stories at times. But worth reading. The only criticism I always have with virtually all of DC ones, why don't they include more extras? In fact, any extras. That would be nice. They must be material. Not just a picture of someone reading an old magazine, Wonder Woman. There were pictures of those sort of things. So why are they not included? Or anything? They must have some office material. The end of Paradise Island. And that's just, it just finishes. That's it. And you go straight into this and you've got obviously the biographies at the back. And that's it. It would be nice if they included a little bit of details. Even maybe sort of the production. If they haven't got any material, and you've got here, let's just take this off here. So here's the book itself. See there. Well, it's very nice quality, but it's still, that's always the only disappointment really for me. Obviously, and also the fact they don't do it with the original artwork, the original comics. I wish they would do it that way. Or in black and white with the original pages. Of course, they're all long gone, so you can't get everything. But what's it say here? Oh, there's some more at the side. Here's more omnibuses as well. Down here, so you've got the Batman ones, the Superman, Wonder Woman again, the Golden Age. Weirdly, they just didn't put all the Wonder Woman ones, but of course they put Batman ones as well as, of course, Superman. But hopefully, like I said, it'd be lovely to see the Flash one, and hopefully, if that's the case, maybe the Green Lantern, Hawkman, Owlman, Spectre, a few other characters, Dr. Midnight, Atom. There's loads of characters that have had no massive, or Wildcat. You imagine that? The Golden Age Omnibus of Wildcat. Probably sell about 3 copies, maybe. I don't know. I'd buy it, probably. Aquaman. Actually, there's also an Aquaman volume, I noticed, also listed. But that was listed about 2 years ago as well. So maybe that's just a maybe. Who knows? I hope it comes out. It'd be nice to see a colour omnibus edition of the Silver Age Aquaman. So that is finally, after years and years of waiting, an absolutely brilliant collection of Wonder Woman. And I love these stories. I just think they are just so unique. They're so different from all comics I think I know. So obviously you probably can find sort of weird and wonderful Japanese comics or something that probably has similar sort of unusualness. But certainly in this sort of DC comics, Marvel comics, I can't think of anything in comparison with Wonder Woman. Please put in the comments below if you can think of something that you think that's probably similar. But I don't think so. I think Wonder Woman for this period, 1940s, 1950s, was pretty unique and very truly odd. I absolutely loved this.